Entrepreneurs, business owners, and even my ministry leaders. Have you been trying to figure out how to use Clubhouse and you're not quite sure how it would work for your business or even if you should be on the platform? Stick around because we're going to give you 7 ways, and we're going to pick up on part 2 of 7 ways to grow your business using Clubhouse. What's going on, everybody? Glenn P. Brooks Jr. here. Super excited to be back with you for another edition of Bootstrapping Business and Ministry. Last time that we got together, we talked about the first 2 steps in the 7 things that you need to know, or 7 ways to grow your business using Clubhouse. Today, we're going to get into parts 3 and 4, or steps 3 and 4 on this part 2. I had an opportunity to share this with just a few of the people in our M.A.P.S Master Class. And one of the things that I know that many people are struggling with is, how do I really leverage this for my business? Or do I have a business that makes sense for Clubhouse? Take a listen to this. We're going to come back at the end and tell you a little bit more how you can connect with us. Number 3 is, you don't want to fake it. Don't fake it. I want you to put that down somewhere. Write it down. Please don't show up as who you're not, because here's what's going to happen. People are going to look at your bios. They're going to look at your Instagram pages, your Twitter pages, and they're going to fact check. They're going to scroll through it, and they're going to call you out. They're going to absolutely, they've got rooms on Clubhouse talking about imposter syndrome. People who are faking like they're something that they're not. Don't get on there talking about what you haven't done. You'll never hear me talking about how I built a 7-figure business. I haven't done that yet. So you won't hear me talking about that. Does that make sense? What you will not hear me doing either is talking about how I service just any entrepreneur, business owner, or ministry leaders. I'm specific. I serve the ones who are just getting started, or the ones who are extremely stuck and they can't get clear. That's who I service. I'm not looking for the next level entrepreneur that's maximizing things at the 8-figure level, unless I'm helping them in their personal life. If their marriage is falling apart, I'm their coach. If they can't connect to their kids, I absolutely can help them. I don't care how much money you make. Does that make sense, guys? So I want to be my authentic self. I'm not going to show up and fake it. Acknowledge and add values in the areas that you truly are an expert in. And how do you know it? You've mastered it and it's working for you. You don't have to explain that. You have, and it's not your degrees, it's not your acumen. It is your work. It's your body of work. It is the people that you've done work for that will go out and say, nah, that guy is that dude. So one of the great things about Clubhouse is you can invite people who are clients of yours to come to your stage. And so I've done that on numerous occasions where Christine may come and she's going to be on stage, partly because she has a ridiculous amount of value to add to the room, but I also know that she's going to validate me. And it's not an ego thing, it is a testimonial thing. Write that down. This is a way for you to get a live testimonial. You know how much money, time, and energy people put into producing testimonials to give you a glimpse into how did this help somebody? And here's what they're going to do. They're going to vet the person doing the testimonial. So I don't want just anybody coming and saying that I did a great job, and you don't socially show up that way, and it doesn't look like that on your platform. Does that make sense? And so you have to be really, really careful about this. So number 3 is, don't fake it. Number 4, I want you to write this down. Number 4 is, have a call to action. I want you to find a way to continue the conversation by giving a call to action for people to follow. Let me give you an example of what I do. So I have a room on Clubhouse. It's called Lessons Learned, right? Lessons Learned is the name of the room. It is the room that I created inside of our Clubhouse. So I now have a Clubhouse, which I understand is kind of difficult to achieve because there's a long line of people wanting to have them. But I'm going to tell you guys a little bit later on how I think I've moved to the front of the line. But my Clubhouse is about bootstrapping business and ministry. That's the name of it, the Bootstrapping Business and Ministry Club. Well, within that club, I do a room every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. called Lessons Learned in Business. When we're talking about having a call to action, when I invite you to the stage, by the way, I'm catering to people who've never been on stage. That in of itself is a niche.
And the reason why is because people see famous people that they like, that they enjoy, and they become this sponge in the audience and they never get a chance to share. They would love to ask this person a question, but quite frankly, when you have 400 people on stage and 1,000 people in the audience, it's a little tough to break through that noise. Well, I am purposely giving an opportunity, particularly to people who are new to Clubhouse. And how do we know that? They have a little party hat at the bottom of their profile picture. And for the first week, I think it is, you have that hat on. And what I'm saying to people is, come on up, share with us your lessons learned in business. But here's what I want you to think about before you do. I want you to answer what we call the 4 clarity questions. Who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? And who do you do it for? That's a call to action, so that when they come to the stage, they have some specific questions they're going to answer. It keeps the room flowing and keeps it moving, so that now you don't have people on stage fumbling through what it is that they're going to say, thus draining, if you will, the energy of the room. Does that make sense? So you want to kind of do something that keeps a call to action live and that sort of stuff. And then we ask them, so give me one lesson learned in business. That's a call to action. About 30 minutes into our room, because we're on from 7 till about 8:30, we will go longer if I have time, because here's what I've learned about Clubhouse. If you stick around and that room is popping, they will too. There are people who are falling asleep literally overnight on Clubhouse. Believe it. There's a whole term that they have for when a person is snoring on the line. They call it tucking you in. They will move you gently from the stage to the audience, and they will have you there, mute you, and make sure they put you to bed. Because at that point, people are listening. There are people on Clubhouse, literally, guys, that are doing mood music on their Clubhouse platform, and they're playing music for you to sleep by. Anybody have insomnia? Anybody have trouble sleeping? Do you know people are waking up and going to Clubhouse just to listen to an app that's playing sleep music, right? So there is something there 24 hours a day. So what I want you guys to do is to make sure to keep your room interesting, that you create some sort of call to action. This is where now you begin to say things like, hey, if you want more information on that, do me a favor, shoot me a DM and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Shoot me a DM on IG. I'll be more than happy to engage you. That's a call to action. So when I ask people to come to our stage, it is, who are you? What do you do? Why do you do it? And who do you do it for? Then I ask them a lesson learned in business, and about 35 minutes or 30 minutes into that talk, I'm going to ask them, what area in business are you stuck in? Because what I'm doing in that first half an hour, I'm perusing the audience for people who do things differently than I do. I'm purposely inviting them to the stage to talk about who they are, what they do, why they do it, and who they do it for, so that I can hear how they show up. If it becomes really, really something that I like, I'm going to leave them on stage, because when I switch gears, now I'm going to have them speak into what it is, how they can help people. Y'all see how engaging that is? And so I'm forethinking where I want to take this community, and it's because I have multiple calls to action.
Well, I hope that's helped, guys. I'm telling you right now, Clubhouse, I believe, is one of the most organic ways to reach an untapped audience by showing up and adding a ridiculous amount of value. If you're not on the app, definitely jump on it and try it. Please do me a favor, click one of the links in the description. You'll see where you can link up with me on Clubhouse. I'm at Glenn P. Brooks Jr. And so certainly connect with us there. If there's anything else that we can help you with, particularly in our M.A.P.S Master Class, definitely click the links below, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, because at the end of the day, here's what I know to be true. You can't get to any place of significance by yourself, because we all need some help. Y'all be good. We'll see you back next time. Well, if you've enjoyed this video, guys, please do me a favor, click one of the videos that you see circling around me, and definitely link up with some of the previous programs that we did. We're here every Wednesday with a new live, or a new video rather, and we certainly would love to help. Do me a favor, next week we're going to be back again with another episode, the last one for this bootstrapping business and ministry episode, dealing with how to leverage Clubhouse for your business. We'll talk soon.